Welcome back to Interactive Entertainment. You know, 2010 has been a great year for games. Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, but the best may be about to come.
What a tease. With that in mind, here's a trailer for, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, roll the trailer.
Do you remember the thrill of running down a corridor and capping your buddy in GoldenEye for the first time?
As I said before, I don't remember much from the 90s.
You don't remember the awkward 64 controllers, squinting while playing 3 of your friends, or even the golden gun?
I don't even remember your name, Betty?
Well, now you can become Bond once more in a remake of the classic. But will it live up to its name? Here's Dylan with his take.
I'm sure you've all heard by now that GoldenEye 007 is getting remade. The whole feelings thing is new to me, but with my psychiatrist's help and some prescription drugs, I can now describe how I feel about it. I'll use the same phrase my ex-girlfriend uses when she describes how she feels about the chances of me dying in an embarrassing way, like Elvis or David Carradine. Cautiously optimistic. For her, it's because I have a long list of dangerous and unhealthy habits, but a history of cheating death. For me, it comes down to one question. In the history of ever, how many times have we gotten a decent remake of a video game? This isn't just any old game for me. This classic has shaped my life. GoldenEye was the first movie I seen at the theater without parental supervision, and the first Bond movie I ever saw. As a result, Brosnan is my favorite Bond, and whenever a Russian chick is crushing me to death with her thighs in a sauna after a beating, I get incredibly turned on. Which luckily for me happens surprisingly often, and partially explains my ex's optimism. That, and my passion for nude fire juggling. Being able to play as my new hero was an enlightening experience for me, and hooked me on games forevermore. It was the first game I ever beat. I even unchecked all the extra maps and characters. All I have to do is mention Oddjob, and my brother won't talk to me for a week except to angrily mutter about unfair height advantage and forcing him to play with me. A 2010 update offers me the chance to relive one of my favorite games, a chance to humiliate my brother again, and upset my ex by cutting down on my sauna and juggling time. I want nothing more than for this game to be as good as original. What I worry about is the gritty reboot. With the success of Christopher Nolan's Batman and the surprisingly on topic for one of my rants, Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, it was all but inevitable that the good old Pierce B would get the boot and Daniel Craig would be in. I mean, I love the guy, but he was in Mamma Mia. There are limits to how much people can forgive. Ask my ex. But how far will the developers take Hollywood's cue? I could take the switch to Craig's angst-ridden Bond, but we don't need the full reboot. We're talking about a cultural treasure here. Update it, sure, by all means, but don't mess around too much, good developers. You don't want to go down in history as the guys who made a crappy interpretation of the video game that is the best video game interpretation of a movie, do you? Tell me how you'd feel about that.
Seems like developers are trying to pack the World of War first-person shooters like Brett packs his luggage. Ridiculously messy and filled with crap.
How else are you supposed to smuggle a monkey across the border, huh?
Anyway, here's Sean B to tell us if Sniper Ghost Warrior is good or just some more dirty laundry.
So regrettably, I have to play through games and review. This can be a good thing, but not for games like Sniper Ghost Warrior. The story, if it can even be called a story, is a random collection of briefings in between missions about something happening in a banana republic in South America. Now, the sniping mechanic is the one shining thing in this horrible game. It's realistic. You have to deal with wind, gravity, and humidity. And when you pull off a headshot, you get a satisfying slow-mo bullet cam, and your enemy's head will explode in a glorifying mess. But this is quickly overshadowed by the horrible AI. It ranges from utterly moronic with enemies running into walls and corners to Albert Einstein level of genius, spotting you from 10 miles away and pulling off a shot that make Davy Crockett cry and all of heaven say, "Dang, own!" And it gets even worse in stealth and shooting sections with dodgy controls and random insane spikes in difficulty. This is a bad, bad game. It gets a 4 out of 10.
Well, thanks to all of you who have checked out our website, our Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube account, and left us comments.
We actually read all of your comments, and we know you've asked for less game trailers and more of us.
Well, no, that's not true. No one's asked for more of you.
What do you mean?
They've asked for more of me.
What?
It's okay, though, just to show we don't always listen to our critics. Here's another trailer.
So who's replacing me?
Well, you know that annoying paperclip guy that helps you on your Word docs?
Oh God, no.
For the first time on the Wii, Club Penguin Game Day. Are you ready for the challenge? Choose a team color and challenge your family and friends. Compete in 12 new events and conquer the island. Transfer your coins and items to clubpenguin.com. Club Penguin Game Day. Conquer the island.
After the break, Dylan returns to the Dragon's Lair.